On today's Game Time Tour, Jay Sandos joined by Martin Stiegwardt. He's our head men's tennis coach here at ETSU. And today is brought to you by Just Jump on our Game Time Tour. Martin, first of all, Coach, thanks for taking the time. And, man, you never like to see a stoppage ever, and we've never dealt with this before, but it came at a horrible time for you guys because you were really rolling. You just won your sixth match in a row.
Hey, Jay, thanks for having me. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it affects a lot of people. Obviously, there were few teams over the nation that were having their best seasons ever, best rankings. Obviously, for us, we were 1-6 at the beginning of the year, and then we were 7-6 now. So we won six in a row. We just beat Clemson really, really well. Beat Charlotte. We were 2-0 in conference. So yeah, it was tough. It's tough. We're defending the regular season, the tournament, but I think the guys and we all understand it's just not about us. It's just something that happened worldwide. So you just gotta adjust at this point.
Well, let's talk about the adjustment. First of all, you had to adjust getting your team safely back to their homes, and that's maybe easier said than done for some teams. You've got obviously some international kids, along with some Americans, a nice little sprinkle there. But how difficult was it for you to get everyone back to where they needed to go?
Yeah, so it's been really tough. I mean, there's still some guys in town because I have a few guys from Venezuela. Obviously, the situation there's never been good politically or socially, so they're here. I have a couple other guys from South America that they've decided that it's safer and better for their health and interest to stay here. But then I had some guys that went back. I have a guy from Egypt that went back. A guy from Uruguay went back. A guy from Canada. It's going back in the next few days, but it's been tough. It's been tough because obviously the families are obviously worried for them to travel at this point in time, and then again with everything shutting down, not only here but overseas. You always worry about what's going to happen with visas, with being able to come back in the country, with schooling and time difference. So it's been tough on some of them, but we have, like I said, a few guys have stayed and they're staying together and helping each other with academics and staying company, which is important because I didn't really want anybody to stay here alone either, which would have been tough since we're not allowed to really interact or do anything with the athletes. So it's been hard. I know it's hard, but I guess, for a tennis player, it's not that uncommon to be away from the family. I mean, since you're 12, 13 years old, you're traveling alone or with your coach all over the world. So we're a team sport, but it's been very individualistic from a young age. So it's not something that's too rare for us.
Let's talk a little bit about now life after whenever this ends and starts maybe next fall when you get a chance to get your team back and players. I know they've talked about all spring sports getting, if they want, not a loss a year. So there's some seniors that maybe we're going to graduate and come back. Obviously for other players, it's like a red shirt. They're able to get a free year going. Just talk about that and moving forward once, the coronavirus thing goes away.
Yeah, so obviously we're still waiting for final word on the NCAA and on the year back and how it's going to play out. I think that's more important than the year back itself because a lot of athletes are like, oh, yeah, I got a year back. That's awesome. But now the mechanics of it, I'm sure you have to be in school, which forces a lot of seniors to get into grad school, right? And then what's going to happen if you need to take the GMAT or the GRE and the exams are not provided? How do you get into grad school? Scholarship-wise, capped with team, with Title IX. I mean, there's a lot of questions that we don't have answers to, but I know I have three seniors. I've talked to them. I know they haven't said 100%, but I know it's almost there. They want to come back. I mean, they want to come back. They want to play. They want to get their championship. I have Miguel and Juan, for example. They've won 3 years in a row, so they won that fourth ring. They want to finish well. Juan, for example, he has another semester left, so for him it's not a hard decision anyways. But we're still in unknown territory for a lot of us on what's going to happen and how we're going to navigate. I have, for example, a freshman already signed, so we need to make sure and how is that going to play out, with scholarships, with allotments, and but I think, I think for them it's tough, but it's a great opportunity. If some of seniors want to go and start work life or do other things, that's perfect. But at least now, from what I know, is that they're gonna have the option to come back, which is great because, like you said too, there's people that I had 2 kids that came in January that, it's tough to get it going at the beginning, coming in mid-year for us, and now they're gonna start from fresh, which is great for them. So once we know more of all the details, and I think we can all sit down and make the final decision on how we're gonna move forward.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the time during this. Stay safe, you and your family, and hopefully this will end soon, and we'll see you in the fall.
You too, Jay. Appreciate you guys. Stay safe, and thank you for having me.
All right, that's our Game Time Tour brought to you by Just Jump.